Hi everyone, this is Silver Violet Flame and my name is Debs. I'm just really stepping into the energy here because I feel I have Sebastian with me, and what we're looking at is grand jury or preliminary hearing. Okay, so I've just asked Sebastian there, have you seen the card fly out itself? Is there going to be a grand jury actually looking into this case? And look at the card that flew out. You can see that for yourself. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new opportunity. Okay, and I'll tell you the reason why I'm asking that. Just get another card to clarify it. While these are watching, see what comes out. So this is a card of discontentment, where there was discontentment before and nothing was getting done. This new opportunity has come in. Where there was unaccountability before, where there was stalling and delays and indecision, there will now be victory and success. Where there was waiting before, there will now be peace. Where there was lack of direction before, where there was a lot of responsibility and obligation and burden, extremeness, imbalance, bad communication, negativity, non-commitment. The law is setting in now, stepping in, pardon me. This is a card of greed. This is a card of corruption as well underneath that. This is a card of bad choices. Okay, about communication. Thank you. And just give me confirmation about the grand jury having looked into the case. Thank you. The Tower. Just delaying the inevitable and averting disaster. Okay. They're stepping in because they know that they have to step in now. Whereas before there was a lot of burnout and stress. It's time to make the judgment call here. Look closely. Have a search for the truth about this conviction. All right. I think that's very, very clear. Thank you so much for the backstory. So I want to read you out something, and I want to credit Crimetime Buzz for this. I got it off her channel, and it's news that has come out. And November 2024, 2 individuals applied for employment at Night. This is Night Private Intelligence Agency with fake identification, intending to infiltrate the organization during the interview process. At Night investigations during the interview, their intention was to infiltrate the organization. During the interview process, these individuals unwittingly provided details that enabled Night to identify their true identities and affiliations with external hate networks. On December 2024, and I remember we concluded that there was a grand jury looking into this in November 2024. A grand jury gathers for 3 months. So that would be November, December, January. Okay. So if they they gather for the first week, Monday to Thursday, and they do it for 3 months. So if they have been gathering information and calling upon witnesses, then they're ready to make arrests or go ahead with whatever kind of investigation they are equipped with to go forward. December 2024, reports surfaced of fake tipsters providing misleading information to derail investigations, forcing at night to allocate resources to verify fraudulent leads. This is the good part. These actions were later tied to individuals connected to the Proudfoot's family by and through their representative and other coordinated networks. Now, apparently, Crimetime Buzz isn't sure who the representative is other than SF, but it's because they just said private investigator, so we can't say SF because they don't know. But Jenifer Coffendapper, she is a retired FBI special agent. I'm sure many of you have heard of her and seen her. She's following the case. She doesn't want to address the blurred videos. Now, this is something obviously that has been brought forward as evidence, but rather the individuals in the videos, or rather just the individuals. She called it the lights video. She says this information goes straight to the FBI, which makes it better, and it's phenomenal at what they do. She says, in her opinion, they would know who was in the video footage, and she says it would be just amazing what they would get. So she has no doubt that this is what is happening. So I just pulled a few cards while I was saying that there, and you can see them there. So this is when it all costs attitude. This is extreme conflict, and this is burnout and stress. Who are these cards representing, please? Give me a card that tells me whatever comes out. So this is authority and control. Okay, this is the Emperor. The Emperor is like representative here as an organization, in other words, the law. And this is them, 8 of Swords in reverse, taking a new perspective. Taking a new perspective on communication, truth that has come in about certain individuals. And look who is underneath. The Queen of Cups in reverse. You've been watching my videos for a long time, you know who it is. KP, and the King of Cups in reverse, CP. All right, let's move on. So I have a few questions here. We have deducted that the grand jury have been meeting and that we are near the stage now where they will be coming out and giving us some news. So they've obviously got this information, all alleged, my opinion, no fact, about the underhandedness in regards at night. So I have a few questions here that I want to ask. So let's just begin. Will the grand jury indict the 2 people in question that come out in my cards there? Very clear answer, please. Will the grand jury indict the 2 people in question? That's a card of being caught. The 7 of Swords. The 5 of Pentacles. Someone or some 2 who have been feeling out in the cold, feeling in lack, are going to be caught. Okay? I think my camera's round the right way now. You can see the cards properly the way they've come out. That's at the bottom of the deck. So this is where there was setbacks before, where there was red tape before, where there was disorganization before, and strong opposition. There will be release with the devil in reverse, and there will be search for the truth, and there will be conviction over this heinous act. Okay, thank you so much for that. Next question. So apparently what the grand jury can do is they can arrest first, and what they can do is they can allow hearsay from the law enforcement officers. They don't have to have solid evidence. The grand jury can just listen to what the law enforcement officers have gathered by recounting, their own evidence from the time in question. So the grand jury are there to see if there is probable cause that a crime has been committed, recounting not only their recollection of events, but also what witnesses told them about the case. That's in reference to the police officers that were there at the time. The person or persons accused is allowed to attend the proceedings and are allowed legal counsel. Rules of evidence are often more relaxed in a grand jury. And I want to ask, let me see, what do I want to ask? Just want to think well into it now because I'm getting into the energy. I feel Sebastian here. And I'm just going to follow Sebastian's lead. So we've already got that the grand jury will meet and indict the accused. All right, just turning the cards around here. So let's ask. Will either be indicted? Will either or both be indicted? Let's ask for both first. Will both KP and CP be indicted? This is what we'll be waiting on, guys. This is the final countdown. Will either or both? There is the leader, the balance leader, which I feel is the judge. Tell me more. We're asking someone supportive, someone very balanced. Will either or both be indicted as a result of the grand jury? This is the Five of Swords again. This is, the plotting that's been going on. The completion of the cycle. Okay. So he's looking at all the plotting that's been going on and show me what he has decided is going to happen, please. Show me what he's decided is going to happen. Is he going to indict? There's the good news coming, and there's the secrets to be revealed. So it's interesting that the Knight of Cups is coming under the King of Cups. So this is him in action. And this is him following his heart, bringing this proposal forward for secrets to be revealed in regards to this heinous act, as regards to the dishonesty and the betrayal and the trickery and the delayed success. Great, thank you. Next question. So the grand jury deliberates in secret, even without the knowledge of the suspects. Let's ask the question, does KP and CP know? Now, they could know by some connection of alleged, my opinion, no fact, that the grand jury is looking into them, but the grand jury aren't obligated to let them know. So I want to know, do they know that the grand jury is looking into them as suspects? Plotting. There's that 5 of Swords coming out again. Tell me more. New perspective. 8 of Swords. There's the 2 of them. There's the bad communication. There's the feeling rejected. There's we're upside down. What's happening here? There's the waiting at the bottom of the deck. There's the fear of the change. There's a weighing up the options. And there's the hoping for the success. But this is also a card of illumination. And this is, it hasn't started yet. This is when it started. But this is, it hasn't started yet. And they've got like delays and they're waiting. They're waiting to see what happens. They're feeling in lack. They're feeling out in the cold. And there's the Lovers in reverse. This is the, indecision, the conflict between the 2 of them. And this is like, this is delaying the inevitable. This is going to be turned around and we're going to be, we are going to be convicted because there's been an abuse of power here. That's the story. So I've taken from that, without a question of a doubt, that they know. How do they know? How do they know? That's what I would like to know. How do they know? Interesting. So we have the Hierophant, but it came out on its side. The Hierophant is the institutions. In this case, it would be the law. It came out on its side. That tells me someone in between, someone who's not in their integrity. What card came out was it? Someone who is quite vulnerable, someone who has given this news, but someone who possibly that they've, all, in my opinion, perhaps paid off, or someone quite vulnerable, someone that they have used. Yeah, there's a sneakiness and there's a deception. What's at the bottom of the deck? So this is like stepping in and, where you shouldn't be. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Wheel of Fortune in reverse is all about, this is an unwelcome change. What can we do? We're out of control here. We need to get this under control. This is looking after yourself. This Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And this is now we're in survival mode. We need to save ourselves. So they knew, this young vulnerable person knew, someone who works in law enforcement, in the courts and what the institution is, and who did something that they weren't supposed to do. Okay, let's move on. So the grand jury does not need to be unanimous. So in that case, there would be a true bill, what's called a true bill, and that means when formal charges would be made. So I'm going to ask, is there going to be a true bill where formal charges will be made against them? Very clear answer, please. Will there be a true bill created and formal charges brought against KP and CP, either two of them or one of them. So this is the unwelcome change that's coming. There's that Page of Cups in reverse again, showing himself. Bottom of the deck. This is a conflict. Okay. So this is the unwelcome change. Whose energy are we looking at here? Whose energy are we looking at here? The Knight of Wands in reverse, someone very egotistical and impatient. Okay. Now you tell me that this is Chris Proudfoot energy we're looking at. The card of hope and promises and the card of rebuilding. This is a card of punishment at the bottom of the deck. So he's feeling reckless about this. So this tells me that he's worried, but we want to know, is a true bill going to be created in order to bring formal charges against Chris Proudfoot? There we go. This is extreme conflict and chaos. And the answer is yes. Celebration for all of us. The grand jury have been working together to manifest this. And this is the message. Looking into the past, which is going to bring a lot of peace to all of us. This is the truth coming out. What have we got at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, that's another card of celebration. Who are you referring to? Just to clarify for our viewers, please, that this celebration is representing, please. The Knight of Cups in the upright. The truth with the Queen of Swords. This is the proposal. This is the actual true bill. So this is representing the justice system, and there's the justice system there, the judgment card, and there's the unhappy home, the domestic disputes, and there's the ending. So and this is where there was the dishonesty before. So that's us, justice, the grand jury, very, very happy, celebrating that they have this evidence, and this is, as far as I can see, it's representing Chris Proudfoot. And I just want to ask the question to clarify, is there anybody else that the true bill will be brought forward with the formal charges with? Is there anybody else at this time? Well, there's a that's a card of rethinking, the Seven of Swords in reverse. So they could be looking at it again. This is the honesty, the truth coming out, another card of the law. And at the bottom of the deck, we have kind of a lack of direction at the moment in regards, you know, celebrating. I suppose what it feels like to me is, you know, other people. But I do feel that this is the beginning of it. Let's just ask for it. Is this the beginning of it? Is this the beginning of the the final countdown? Just give me that there. Is this the beginning of the final countdown of Dealers 20? They're going to go down to this case. Here, answer please. Is this the beginning? See the first of them to go down? Wow. I love it. So this is a collaboration. This is 3 people. This is teamwork. So that tells us there's 3 people. There will be a bit of delays in between getting the 3 of them. And this is a new approach in regards to getting the 3 of them. The Harvard in reverse is something that is unconventional. So they'll be going through a different means. They're taking a new perspective. This is where the deck split, which is the same card there. And the bottom of the deck is the Fool. So that's about, they're going to be taking a leap of faith. And they're going to be working really, really hard to get the rest of these, because this is a card of burnout and stress. There's another 4, 2 4s here. 4s are about stability. So if I think that they feel confident, in what they're doing. But they're just having to make sure they have everything in place in order to get the rest of them. So I think it's going to go quiet for a while after he gets arrested, and then more will come out. This is about corruption and abuse, and I feel that that's what they'll be doing. They'll be looking into more of that. But it definitely very clearly looked like with these 3 here that it is CP, and with the clarifications as well. Let's just ask the Whispers to give us a card for each of those. That'll be interesting. Card for each of those, please. Low vibrational. We all know that, don't we? So this is the loss of control. They're talking about the person who's going to be arrested first here. People who's going to have the formal charges brought to them. Whether they'll arrest him at the beginning, I don't know, but we were asking about the formal charges. And then this is the Knight of Wands, so this is the impulsive action that they'll be taking. And the impatient and just being really egotistical. Just turn those cards around. Not me to take more there. Okay, so a card for the Knight of Wands. Ancestors, angels. So this is a support system. The Ancestor Angels card tells me that he's going to be calling in his legal team, okay, because he's getting really, really antsy now. That's what the Knight of Wands is all about. He's just feeling really antsy, and he needs to call in all the support team to do this. And now I want a card for the Star, because he's just hoping on a wing and a prayer that this is going to sort itself out. And remember, this is the card that represents Sebastian's location. It's just interesting the way the cards fall, I always think. Okay, so a card for that Star, please. What would you like to give me for the Star? Greed. So it's going to be holding in. This is all going to be seen. This is going to be all over the news as well. So he's really holding on. He's going to try and do his usual thing and pay his way. Law enforcement, pay his way out of it. We know about this. This could possibly be that this card always represents Katie Proudfoot. So he could even turn on her. So let's ask the tarot. All alleged, my opinion, no fact. You all know everything said here is absolutely no fact. But I'm going to ask, is this low vibrational card? It ties into me that is a possible possibility of what he will do. And we did come to that conclusion really early on in our readings. So is he going to, when this happens and the formal charges are made, is he going to bring in his legal team? We all know that they'll have to have their own legal teams. And is he going to rat out KP? Haha. Hidden agendas, the High Priestess in reverse. Looking to the past, what happened in the past about the ending. He is going to be like this. The King of Pentacles is a con man. The King of Pentacles in reverse is him. That's what he shows up as. And this is survival mode, to get what he wants and to save his own skin, because he's heavily burdened because of this. Yeah, this is about the relationship. Yeah, I think that's clear. Thank you so much. Okay, next question. So apparently the reward will be raised substantially by the 1 year mark, which is only like 19 days away now. So that could bring in more people, for the search as well. So they were saying, by their calculations on Crimetime Buzz, they were feeling that the grand jury would be meeting this month for their last meeting, which could be possibly the case, because I have to say I can't remember whether it was, I think maybe it was December when we looked into the fact that it was grand jury being looked into. So that would have been December, January, February. So that would be correct. I would need to go back and check when we looked into that. I think it was December, because I think I remember it being after Christmas time, because the case seemed to take a turn after Christmas time. So let's ask, did the grand jury meet this week? And because yesterday would have been the last day of them looking into it, because that would have been the 3 months up. So give us cards on that, please. Just give us some insight into this week in regards to the grand jury connected with this case, please. Just show us their energy. Show us their energy. Made a decision for the next step. This is Page of Cups in reverse. This is like insecurity about an investment. Okay. And the bottom of the deck we have did that come out in reverse? Bad planning. Okay. I need more cards. So why give me the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Cups? They're moving forward. There's a new opportunity on the horizon. Okay. Where there was insecurity and disappointment. And it was like a risky investment with that Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me more. They did meet. We have the world. So this is like they have finished. This is telling us what we wanted to know. They have finished. They have looked into this. What was risky? The card fell on the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow, very slow night, but we have him in reverse here, and he's also a gambler. So I feel that they were taking a chance in investing in this. It was risky. Obviously, they're putting money into it, but it has worked out well because this is also a card of harmony. And this is, you know, them all putting their bid in. This is a card of, you know, I want to do it, I want to put my say in. This is a card of like everybody wanting to get their viewpoint across. Yes. Where there was indecisions and disharmony before. Okay. That world card is wonderful. So I'm going to ask the Whispers to give us some insight as regards what we've got here. So the question was, did they meet? Was that their final meeting? I've got a yes, the cycle is finished. What more can you tell us? What's the next step then? What are we going to be hearing next? Let's ask that. Let's ask the Whispers that. What are we going to be hearing next after they finish looking at it? Please give us 5 cards. Here's the first card. Follow the money. Second card, please. Alive. That's like, you know, we've just wakened up. This is a sprouting. The seed's just sprouting. This is just the beginning. Everything's good. We were on the money. We're on the money. It flew out on to the world card. This is just the beginning. The seed is just sprouted. Number 3, please. This is the grand jury. This is what's going to be happening next. Surveillance. Going to be looking. We're going to be looking at everything. Everything's going to be deeply observed. Number 4, please. Witnesses. We must have witness. Bringing in witnesses. And the last card, please. Oh, that one wanted to come out. Republican. Military operation at the bottom of the deck. So this is going to be quite unusual. The way this is done. See the way he's holding his hands as if he's rubbing his hands. This is like, we've got a lot here. Huh. I just broke the deck there. Corrupted media source. Just looking at surveillance there too. Feel like that card goes with that. Feel there's going to be a lot more coming out in regards to this case. Follow the paper trail. Affluent, wealthy, upper class. They're going to be taking everything apart. There's 2 children on that card. And I was drawn to say that. 2 children. DNA in that card. And they got it wrong. Treason, abuse, neglect, freedom, friend. That makes me think Don Wells, hotel, motel. No need to say anything about that. Legal proceedings. It's telling us the whole story. It's going to take off. We're going to be looking at the timeline again. We're going to be looking at their story. going to be looking at MURDER. It's going to be seen. Everyone's going to be looking at this. And it's going to be very, very low vibrational. There will be money involved. Communication will all be coming out. And this is where it's going to end. And they're going to say it's like an unorganized crime. Thank you, Spirit. All alleged, my opinion, no fact. I just channel the information. Spirit speaks to me through the past loved ones and through the tarot cards. So guys, that's where we're at. What else can I tell you about the grand jury? If there hadn't been a grand jury, there could have been a preliminary hearing, which tries to determine probable cause according to evidence that has been submitted. 2 young boys who were unalived by their parents, called Orson and Oren, some of you might remember that case, where their parents were indicted, and they were indicted from a preliminary hearing, and then they went and arrested them, and they were found guilty. If it's a preliminary hearing, they're allowed a defense attorney, and they're allowed to go down that route. So a preliminary hearing can be based on hearsay. They can use the hearsay evidence from the officers' deductions, stuff that they have heard upon investigating the case. The grand jury does not have to be unanimous either in their decision. I would like to ask, will there be any immunity in regards to this case? Let's ask that. That's a good question. Jenifer Coffendapper thinks that's the retired FBI special agent. She thinks from the status, this is her words, from the status of the case since April of last year, that law enforcement are making progress. She thinks they are coming close to a tipping point when it's time to make some decisions. She also says that she believes this case is not going to be like the Summer Wells case, where it is unsolved. She believes it will reach a conclusion and individuals will be charged. What can you tell me about those words, please, Spirit? Let's ask that. Let's ask that. That's really all we need to know. Please give me cards for what I just read out. If it's going to pan out that way, please, Spirit. Thank you. So, there has been a lost opportunity. That's what we've got. We've also got the King of Pentacles in reverse, which is Chris Proudfoot, a corrupt person. Tell me more. What are you telling me? What are you telling me? That one wanted to come out. Was that one? That's interesting. This is the couple. This is Chris Proudfoot. Okay. He always comes out as the King of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse is Katie Proudfoot. And this is the Lovers, which is the connection between the two of them. So this is a lost opportunity around Chris Proudfoot. And this is about the connection with Katie Proudfoot, what are you telling me? A burden will be lifted. And this is about the truth, because at the bottom of the deck we have the law as well, and we have judgment. The Queen of Swords talks about judgment, and this is about the rivalry between the two of them. This tells me that he has missed an opportunity to, cover himself fully and, rat out on her, that law enforcement have got it. This is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands in reverse. This is about cooperation from law enforcement coming out of struggle. And this is bold leader. This is law enforcement as well. Taking action. This is the card of taking action. Whereas before there was delays. Wow. So are you telling me that Chris Proudfoot thought that he well, from what we deducted before earlier on in this reading, he's going to try and do that. He's going to try and rat out on KP. So are you telling me that what will happen is actually he missed his opportunity to do that? And in line with the question we asked, all individuals will be charged. Is that for it to say? The devil. What about the devil? What about the devil? No. One fell on the floor there. Authority. Things can't get any worse around authority. This is the grand jury about the evil act. These two come out as well. There will be punishment, the Six of Wands, and there will be balance. Bottom of the deck, this is the self-imposed restrictions of the mind, and there's clarity underneath that as well. This is feeling out in the cold, and King of Cups in reverse, Chris Proudfoot as well comes out as the King of Cups in reverse, and the King of Pentacles in reverse when it comes to his security, looking after himself, and this is in relation to his emotions. So what is the card that fell on the floor? The card of truth. The Page of Swords. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of it, guys. This is the action. This is the beginning of the action. Wow. Let's ask, just to finish off this reading. If the Whispers will give us some cards, just to give us an idea of how things are going to go. We really would like to know, especially concerning imprisonment. We would really love to know. These are the cards that fell out. Success, hired, sad, emotional, and exposed. Wow. This makes me feel like there've been that surveillance card come out, and makes me feel about the footage as well that come out, the video, and wow, says it all, doesn't it? Let's get one more card and see what we get. Huh, that takes us down the rabbit hole. That takes us down the rabbit hole. That's when they start to really go fully into it and get them on everything. Yeah, that's when the truth comes out. That's when the truth comes out. Brilliant. Guys, that's where I'm going to end. It's looking very, very good. Sebastian has been leading the way. He has been giving me the push here to come up and telling me what the title of videos and encouraging me to do things and, you know, get wee bits of information. And like, he's just doing a wonderful job. And I don't take any of the credit for any of this. It's Sebastian that's pushing me to do this. And I'll continue to do it until the people are behind bars. So everything, of course, is all alleged, in my opinion, no fact. We'll come on and we'll do another live, possibly on Sunday evening, and we can talk about all this. And hopefully we'll hear before that on the news that some action has been taken. So I'm just going to finish off there, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.